Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So I'm going to connect here. I'm going to ring some bells. They might be a little loud. You may want to turn your volume down. If it resonates, feel free to like or comment. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. I'm seeing a fountain uh, curl over, and uh, it comes up to the top as clear water, but one is clear and one is black. When it's coming into this vessel or this basin below, the majority of the water was clear, but this black is coming in, and it is. We'll treat it like oil, the way that we can see it. And so, if we have oil and water, it kind of gets little bubbles here and there, or circles, and it's on the top, and it's floating around, and it's starting to take over the the purity or the cleanliness of the water. Obviously, it's on the surface, it's on the top. There's still a lot of purity below, but it's showing of something coming in and tainting our purity, our cleanliness in a way. If we view uh, the pipe coming up the fountain is recirculating this water. In the beginning, it would have been clear. The second it's touching the air, it was turning black. Eventually, no, I shouldn't say this. The black is on the top. So always when it's supplied, since we have clear water, pure down there on the bottom, it's going to continuously come up as clear. But it's something, when we're touching the air, in the air, it is getting tainted. And from the outside, I'm looking at that and it's looking dark. It's filthy. So from the external, it looks dark. Maybe we're viewing this as our energy. Uh, I don't mean it. Don't take this the wrong way. Hang in here. So if we understand that if I have a basin this big, and this is all clear water, and if I just have, we'll say oil, black on top, it's floating, it's on top. If I'm looking down, it all looks black. But from here down is all clear water and it's being supplied as clear. And when it hits the air, this little curl down is black. So it's not tainting all of the water, but it may look that way. I'm not sure what this is yet. Got justice sideways, karma and imbalance. I I wonder if we're dwelling on a situation here and we want some sort of validation or proof that someone gets their or you get justice, and by focusing on it, it is this we're still connected to the experience, we're still stewing on it, and this is tainting our experience. If we want all of our energy, our water clear, letting go of that may be the answer. I often I often have to ask, like, if we are in that position, and no blame if we are. I'm not writing anything, but if we heard that somebody got in trouble for what they may have done, would it make it all okay? What did take place? Would we finally feel okay? If I mean, depending on what it is, I get that. But let's say if we just heard from somebody that agreed with us, would that be validation? Would that make us feel okay? When we come in a place like that, we don't have a lot of trust in ourselves. Like, say we left something, a relationship maybe, or a job, who knows what, family, friends, romantic, and that person made up a bunch of lies about us. And we had to walk alone in that experience. And uh, we wanted to validate it, but maybe we didn't validate it. Maybe we didn't speak up for ourselves to say, no, that's not true. You know, is that somebody coming and saying, wow, you were right and they were wrong? Would that be enough for us to validate ourselves? Do we need that, I should say? Same thing if they did something horrific and really hurt our feelings or stole from us, whether our heart or something material wise, them getting in trouble, would that be enough that we would be okay? I think it really comes back on reflecting on trust of self, because we need something in the external to prove to us that we were right. So where's that connection? When we think about it, where's that connection that we don't feel right? We got King of Cups here before I started jabbing away. A balanced heart. Uh, First, going back to the whole karma idea of uh, if we, when we really get to a place of like we're suffering, and even though horrible people can do horrible things to us, and we feel that pain, do we ever get to a place to actually feel like, I would never wish this on anybody? When we're there, that's a balanced heart. No matter how horrible of an experience that we may have had, like we felt that fucking pain or that experience or that struggle. And if we get to that place, or maybe we need to get to that place if we're really stewing on something, uh, the other aspect of it is trusting in ourselves. And when I started to say, trusting our decisions, it started to feel like this pull that, no, maybe I was wrong. Maybe that person was okay. And like there's almost like an energy tether to it still, that uh, I left because I thought they were doing something malicious, but maybe they were just a really great manipulator, and the gaslighting's got us confused. That type of idea. Whether romantic or platonic, work or family, you know, uh, trusting ourselves, like the fact that little tether kind of still existed. Like, what if I'm wrong? Not believing in our intuition, our self, spirit, God, source, divine type of deal. Uh, that's what's tainting this. Whether we are still waiting for them to get what we think they deserve, or some sort of validation, also validation that we were right. We don't trust ourselves. And by not trusting ourselves, we're still allowing that energy to taint our experience. The High Priestess, intuition, was very clear that our trust, not believing in ourselves or our abilities or what we saw or what we knew, the reasoning behind leaving, whether we're still waiting for them to get in trouble or something bad to happen for what they did, or if we are in a place of hearing something that we are validated by our decision, uh, we are the opposite, disconnected. We are feeling some sort of disconnect. We're second guessing ourselves. If it was a manipulative situation, this is understandable. We were uh, manipulated so much that we did see something and we left. But it's we're still thinking about it. That oil is still coming in that energetic cord. We can talk about projections and things that are being sent, if we will, and we're picking up on that, and it's starting to play these mind games. Am I wrong? I need this validation to make me feel safe in my own decision. Uh, Same thing with the needing them to get karma to feel okay. In that aspect of uh, we're keeping that cord, we're allowing that energy to still flow to that situation or that experience, and yes, it's on the surface, but it's still tainting our experience. A Hierophant reversed, rebellion, uh, going against structures and systems in general. And a system or a structure only exists when everybody in it is supporting it. When we think of Uh, Yesterday I mentioned like the movie Inception or The Matrix. That whole system, our experience, groups of friends, groups of family, friends in romantic relationships, that structure stays together when, we'll just say, the leader, the manipulator, if we will, has everybody in their court. And when someone comes and tries to change that or rebel against it, make a comment, leave, see something for what it is, it disrupts the structure and what everybody else believes in. They're going to fight to keep real because it makes them feel safe. This is like arguing about uh, jobs and money and putting money here or there, like whatever is tried and true and everybody's doing or is told to do. If you would go against that, they would call you crazy because no, this is what we're told to do. And we're just following, we're doing, this is what they told us happened. So we're going to believe it. And when someone goes against that, it creates this disruption. I'm sure you're in this aspect. So there's no one in your court. There's no one agreeing with your decision. There's no one validating your decision. That's why we're still hung up on this. And we're not in a place of trusting ourselves. Validation is great, whether in a place that we want to see them suffer in some way for what they did, if we're waiting for that, or if we just need confirmation from someone, some type of validation that, hey, I saw what you saw, or I understand now. A Two of Pentacles, reversed, instability. This is obviously creating instability. This is this oil in our purity, and it's tainting our mind. It's on the surface. It's deep down. We knew and we took action on it, but once it touches the air, what happens in the air? Word of mouth, maybe. If we're still connected and like crazily stalking or researching to see what everybody's doing, like we are allowing that to taint our decision. If it's not that way and it's just projections and it was a manipulative situation and these things are coming through energetically and we are picking up on them, and it is the oil tainting our purity, our decision, it is affecting us. The Emperor reversed, chaos. Looking at an individual in general, we very well could have left this. They wear great masks, and like I said, everyone around it, this structure of some sort is held together by this, and it is very what's the word? They put a lot of work into it, you know, and it's very hard to be deceived, if we will. You clearly saw what it was, whether work, relationship, platonic or family, romantic, and uh, it eventually crumbles. It does. It's always shown. It may not be shown. If we're still waiting for it, we're still giving it energy. We're keeping it alive. No one wants to hear that, and it's really hard to let go of at times, depending on what it is. But if you really want them to have whatever experience you want them to, you gotta let go. Eight of Wands, progress. You gotta make a move on it. You know, it is like the idea of the person that inflicts the pain is still inflicting the pain when we hang on to things. If I was punched in the face, you would see physically that my face is damaged or hurt somehow. Maybe in a couple weeks it heals, but I'm still upset about that. And I'm holding that in here. I'm still allowing that person that hit me in the face to hurt me. And that's the oil that's coming into that fountain. Until we let go of it, you know, we have all the pure water there, and we'll clear that oil up. It will go away. But we have to trust ourselves. Because looking there on the surface, it looks like it's all oil. It's all black. If I looked at it, the fountain's made out of cement or concrete or rock. Like I can't see that I have this much clear water underneath. I just see that it's all black. It's really not. One last card here, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles, potential. This is this trust. Like I said, if you really pictured a fountain and it's all black, that's how it looks. But underneath it, it's all clear water. It's just when it's hitting the air on that right side that it's turning black. If we remember why we did what we did or what actually took place, and we trust that, and we stop looking for this validation or confirmation that we were right or they got what they deserve or whatever, and we allow time for us to let go of it and the potential, we will be free. And indirectly, whatever we want to happen will happen. But that's not why you should be doing it, because you'll still be hanging on to it if we think that way. So anyway, I will leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.